Good morning, YouTube, and welcome to a really highly requested video. Today I'm showing you my fall morning routine and going a little bit more in depth on my quiet time in the morning. Don't you just love how in the morning, like on cold mornings, how even like the coffee in your hand, it just feels so good because it's warm on your hands. So yeah, in the morning I have to start with coffee. I like to be really kind to myself and pamper myself and spoil myself a little bit. I always set the coffee to brew beforehand. I just really love walking in and having the coffee already brewed, and I can smell it from my bed, and it just makes me want to get up in the morning. So it's about 6:30. The girls usually get up around 7:30, so I gave myself a good hour to kind of sit and just get a good headspace for the rest of the day. I find that waking up early does that for me. So alright, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a couple things that I use for quiet time in the morning. I already showed you what I call my quiet time drawer. It's over here in the hutch. It has my Bible, my journal, and then whatever devotional I'm working on. I like to have a devotional to go along with my Bible readings. I don't always get to it in the morning. There's plenty of mornings where I don't wake up in time. But yeah, so the book I'm doing right now is really good. This is by Elizabeth George, who's one of my favorite authors, and it is A Mom After God's Own Heart. And it's a book and the devotional. We've been having a power struggle in our house lately. My daughter Aubrey, she's so spunky and so headstrong, and she is me incarnate, and we were just having a really hard power struggle, and I just knew that Jesus was gonna have to help Mama out on this one because I do not have the patience on my own. I would recommend this book for sure. It has helped me deal with my 4-year-old who's going on 18. Okay, so then I've got my journal. This is another thing. This one I don't always get to in the morning, but you know, I'm so glad that I started journaling. I started this one in March, and I'll just kind of give you guys a little sneaky peek. I don't always, it doesn't have to be beautifully written. It's not like a book that needs to make sense. It's just really me being able to brain dump on paper what I'm thinking about, what I'm worrying about, and be super honest with God and say, listen, here's how I'm feeling, or even just getting my fears and my worries, my happies, my thoughts down on paper so they're not all just jumbled up in my brain seems to help. I know that we, especially as women, have like 80,000 things going on in our head at a time. I love this journal. This is by Redco. I will go ahead and link it down below for you guys because it's a really nice, it's leather and it wasn't very expensive, and I love that it closes like this. Okay guys, this was a gift from my mom. It has been one of the most amazing things to have in the morning for quiet time. I have to admit, I feel a little lost when I go to read the Bible and read the Word sometimes. I'm not sure where to start. I don't know how much to read or what to do, and this Bible has made it so easy. This is called the 1-Year Bible. There's different reading plans in here in the very front of the book. I am going to link this down below for you guys just because I really love this. This has been such a blessing to my quiet time and to my walk with the Lord because I'm not a Bible reader. I'm not good at it. I'm not good at studying the Word. I never have been. So this has really helped me do that. And I think it's important to know the Word, but it's just not my jam, guys. I'm not good at it. I have no problems admitting it. So it'll tell you in the beginning, there's a little introduction. And it just says, you know, there's several ways to read this book, but I'm going to go ahead and show you today's. And a lot of them are like this, and they're absolutely beautiful. I'll just go ahead and show you that one. And you can color them in, which I thought was really cool too, but they're arranged like this. So each day, so we'll just look at the 16th here. So each day has a passage from the Old Testament, a passage from the New Testament, and then it has a, so it's not a lot of reading. It's usually about a page or two. You get one little sliver of the Old Testament, one sliver of the New Testament to kind of digest, and there's lots of room on the sides when there isn't pictures for notes. And then there's also a psalm and a proverb at the end. So I love that. I love, love, love it. It has forced me, I am not an Old Testament reader either. I'm not really a fan of Old Testament God. A lot of it is really harsh to me, but this has been able to give it to me in small bites so I can Google it, look it up, see what was going on, understand it in small little sections, and then move on to the New Testament. And then I love reading a psalm and a proverb every morning because I just feel like they're good for the soul. The Psalms and Proverbs is my favorite part of the Bible. Proverbs, I just feel like you can open it up to any page and get a nice little wisdom tidbit. And so one of the reading plans is to just read a Psalm and a Proverb, or you could totally break it up to your Old Testament and your New Testament in the morning, a Psalm and a Proverb at night. I think it's so important to get your quiet time in with the Lord, but I think it's so important to remember it doesn't always look beautiful. It's not always a candle lit and a fresh cup of coffee and like a sweater and a blanket and just quiet time with the Lord. Our lives are hectic and they're beautiful and they're loud because of these beautiful gifts that we've been given. And you know, that's okay. That's totally okay. God knows. He gave those children or the life that you have or the work schedule that you have to you, so He knows. And it's okay for your quiet time to not always look like perfection. I just always make sure every day to kind of check in with the Lord. So that is my 1 year Bible, and that is about it for my quiet time routine. I wanted to share that with you guys because I've had a lot of people ask me to go in depth about it. I pick devotionals usually by what's going on in my life in the time, and I will honestly start out in Google. So if I'm having a hard time, with something, or I'm finding, oh man, you know, my marriage is just, I feel like I could do more, I feel like I could put more love into it, but I'm not sure exactly how, I will look up Google, you know, what are some great devotions for marriage. I'll look them up, I'll read reviews, and I'll order it on Amazon. Usually it's here in 2 days, so that there's no rhyme or reason really to me picking devotionals. I just try to do one that speaks to me. And I have an entire library now of devotionals, and sometimes I go back and reread them. So I just wanted to share that with you guys today. This is a little bit of a chatty video, but just remember, I just want to leave you with this before I go. Quiet time does not have to look like my quiet time. It doesn't even have to be quiet. You just need to make sure that you are taking time out of the day, whether it's reading the Bible or replenishing your soul, and doing that, filling your soul up and really feeding your soul. I think that's so important. It's made such a big difference in my life, so I hope that you guys do that. If you have any more questions, put them down below and I will get to them later. You guys have an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching. I also want to say a special thank you to Follow Your Arrow Clothing for this amazing Mommy in the Making mug. I feel so official. I'm going to link her shop below for you guys.